Imagine a world where size is relative and power dynamics are taken to their extreme. Welcome to the intriguing world of the Giantess Vore story, a unique narrative that pushes the boundaries of imagination and explores our deepest fears and fascinations. In this narrative, we are introduced to a giantess character, a towering figure who embodies power and dominance. The giantess is not just a character but a symbol of absolute power, a force to be reckoned with. But what makes this narrative truly captivating is the unique twist it brings to the table. The giantess doesn't just rule over the smaller characters, she consumes or swallows them, adding a whole new layer to the power dynamics. This might sound strange, even unsettling to some, but at the core, it's a reflection of the primal fear or fascination humans have towards giants. Throughout history, giants have been a part of folklore and mythology, often depicted as powerful beings to be feared or revered. The Giantess Vore story takes this concept and spins it into a narrative that's both thrilling and thought-provoking. The story delves into the power dynamics between the giantess and the smaller characters. It's a vivid portrayal of dominance and submission, of fear and fascination. The giantess, with her towering stature and overwhelming power, holds the fate of the smaller characters in her hands, or rather, in her mouth. The smaller characters, on the other hand, are at the mercy of the giantess, their lives hanging in the balance. But it's not just about power and fear. The Giantess Vore story also explores the fascination humans have with the concept of the giantess. There's something intriguing about a being so powerful, so dominant. It's a concept that has captivated humans for centuries, from the giants of folklore to the kaiju of Japanese cinema. So how does this fascinating story unfold? Stay tuned to find out. In the Giantess Vore story, the plot twists and turns as we navigate through the world of giants. This narrative is no ordinary tale, but one that unveils a unique perspective on size and power relationships. Our journey begins with the giantess, a towering figure with an insatiable hunger. She is a citadel of power, dwarfing the surrounding landscape and instilling both awe and fear in the hearts of the smaller characters. Her presence is a constant reminder of the disparity between their sizes and the danger that comes along with it. The story is a dance of interactions and encounters, the smaller characters navigating the perilous landscape that is the giantess. They must tread carefully, for the giantess is not merely a threat, but also a creature of fascination. It's a paradox that keeps the audience on the edge of their seats, the tension palpable as each interaction unfolds. In this world, the small characters are not just mere victims, they are survivors, strategists, and sometimes even allies to the giantess. Their resilience in the face of danger, their cunning in outwitting the giantess, their ability to form alliances when necessary, all contribute to the rich tapestry of the story. The outcome of these interactions is always a surprise. Sometimes there is a moment of triumph for the smaller characters, a fleeting victory against the giantess. At other times, the giantess prevails, her hunger satiated and her power reaffirmed. But what makes the story truly captivating is its unpredictability. Just when you think you've figured out the pattern, the story veers off in a new direction, catching you off guard. There are no clear-cut villains or heroes here, only characters navigating a world of giants, trying to survive and maybe even thrive. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any more captivating, the plot takes an unexpected turn. Stay tuned for what happens next in this unfolding tale of the giantess and her world. In the world of the giantess, power is everything. This is where the story takes a dramatic turn, delving into the fascinating dynamics of power that play out in the world of the giantess. The giantess, with her colossal size and formidable strength, naturally assumes the role of the dominant figure. She is not just physically superior to the smaller characters, but her presence also commands respect and instills fear. She uses her size as a tool, a kind of weapon, to assert her authority and maintain control over her environment. It's a classic case of might makes right, where physical power is the ultimate currency. But let's not forget the smaller characters. They may seem helpless in the face of the giantess's imposing stature, but they are far from powerless. They showcase their power in more subtle but equally effective ways. They adapt, they strategize, and they learn to navigate their world with a cunning and resilience that is nothing short of admirable. These characters do not have the luxury of brute strength, so they rely on their wits and willpower. They find ways to survive, to thrive even, in a world dominated by a being so much larger than themselves. In their resourcefulness and perseverance, they demonstrate a different kind of power, one that stems from the mind rather than the body. The interplay between the giantess and the smaller characters creates a unique power dynamic. It's a delicate balance, a dance of sorts, where each character has their own strengths and weaknesses. The giantess's power lies in her physicality, while the smaller character's power lies in their adaptability and resilience. This dichotomy, this push and pull between physical and mental power, adds a layer of complexity to the narrative. It challenges our notions of what it means to be powerful, prompting us to question whether physical strength truly trumps all, or if there's more to power than meets the eye. So the question is, who really holds the power in this world? Is it the one who towers above all, or the ones who, despite their size, refuse to be crushed? The answer may not be as clear-cut as it first appears. The story taps into our primal fascination with giants. But why are we so intrigued by them? Giants have always held a certain mystique in our collective consciousness. They're larger than life, both physically and metaphorically, and their existence challenges our understanding of the world. It's this sense of awe and wonder that the Giantess Vore story capitalizes on, playing on our innate curiosity and fear of the unknown. Psychologically speaking, the fascination we have with giants could stem from a deep-rooted primal instinct. The idea of something so much larger and stronger than us evokes feelings of vulnerability and insignificance. This can be both terrifying and tantalizing, creating a thrilling dichotomy that keeps us hooked. In the case of the Giantess Vore story, the power dynamics are taken to the extreme. The giantess is an all-powerful figure, capable of consuming smaller beings with ease. This not only taps into our fear of being overpowered, but it also plays on the innate human fascination with power itself. It's a stark reminder of our own mortality and the fragile nature of our existence. But it's not just about fear, it's also about awe. The sheer scale of a giantess, the power she wields, it's all so beyond our everyday experiences that it's hard not to be captivated. This story plays on this awe, using it to draw us into a world where the impossible becomes possible, where our deepest fears and greatest fascinations come to life. And then there's the element of the unknown. Giants are mythical, uncharted territory in the realm of our understanding. This lack of knowledge, this uncertainty, it breeds fascination. The Giantess Vore story capitalizes on this, using the unknown as a tool to keep us intrigued and invested. Ultimately, this story serves as a mirror, reflecting our own emotions back at us. It forces us to confront our own fears and fascinations, to question our place in the world, and to grapple with the unknown. It's a tale that forces us to confront our own fears and fascinations. The Giantess Vore story is more than just a tale of giants. Indeed, it's a narrative that ripples through our understanding of power dynamics, fear, and survival. It's a story that challenges us, pushing us beyond our comfort zones and into a realm where the usual rules don't apply. Imagine a world where size is the ultimate power, where survival is a game of hide and seek, and where fear is a constant companion. That's the world of the Giantess Vore. It's a narrative that turns the tables on our usual perceptions, forcing us to confront our own fears and insecurities. And it's not just about the thrill of the chase or the terror of being prey. It's about the balance of power, the struggle for survival, and the primal instincts that drive us. It's about dominance and submission, predator and prey, victor and vanquished. It's a stark reminder of the survival of the fittest, a concept that echoes throughout nature and society. But even more than that, the Giantess Vore story sparks discussions and debates. It's a conversation starter, a thought provoker. It's a story that gets us talking about power dynamics, about fear and survival, about dominance and submission. It's a story that challenges our assumptions and forces us to question our own beliefs. The Giantess Vore story is more than just a tale of giants and their prey. It's a narrative that resonates, that leaves an impact. It's a story that leaves us questioning, pondering, discussing. It's a tale that captivates us, that draws us in and keeps us coming back for more. In the end, the Giantess Vore story is a compelling narrative that leaves us questioning our own perceptions of power and dominance. It's a tale that continues to captivate audiences, and will undoubtedly continue to do so for many years to come.